Hey, everybody. I've got something I think you're going to enjoy. This is a Christian comic, Spire Comics, but it's a Christian comic from 1975 telling the story of Johnny Cash and it kind of goes through his biography, but it has a special emphasis on his redemption and his worldly ways. This was a story of sin and the world that kind of went into all the gritty details of sinning, and it was kind of half fun to read for that reason. And I think they actually quit doing that. I actually remember it was during the presidency of George Bush, the first George Bush, that when he announced the war on drugs, they said they were going to stop having public service ads that kind of glorified, recovering rock stars and things. The comic opens with Johnny Cash in a prison, and he's going to do a concert. He used to play a lot of prisons. So you turn the pages, so he's up there giving a concert in the prison. And all the prisoners love him. He's singing gospel to the prisoners. And that gets him. Oh, and he says, "Hello, I'm Johnny Cash." See, this was a comic, but it kind of made you a Johnny Cash fan as you read it. Now, he's kind of telling his story. So he was raised in Arkansas, picking cotton. There he is, picking cotton. And they sang gospel while he was picking cotton there. He's kind of like Dolly Parton. He said, Loretta Lynn, a lot of those people, they said they were dirt. They didn't have any money, but they weren't poor. They were rich in love and community and friendship. They just didn't have any money. They weren't poor. Money couldn't buy the security I had growing up. So he came from a really nice family that loved him. That's good. So many people always he helped his dad. Oh, there's a story of little Johnny Cash there helping his dad. Going to church with his mama. Oh my sakes, little Johnny Cash. Who knew? Well, we did know, didn't we? He was raised in the church, helping his daddy, going to church with his mommy. I notice his dad's not in the picture, though. I wonder if his dad's going to church. Oops. And Johnny Cash is giving his life to the Lord. Oh, my goodness. There's Johnny Cash. God has his hand on you, son. And he joins the service. I reviewed a couple of these details, so I didn't want to do it quite so cold. The last one of these I did, I just kind of opened it and started talking, and I didn't know as much as I would have liked. He was in the service in right after World War II in Germany. Served quite well, from what I understand. Radio intercept operator. And of course, now here's where we get into the gritty side of Johnny Cash. He's going to start going down the wrong road here for a while. We're going to hear all about it. And remember, this was kids, so I just think that's an interesting detail because I don't think they would sell this to kids today. I read this when I was like 12, 13. So there's Johnny Cash in the military. Oh, we got him drinking there. Holy mackerel. Look at him. Carousing with his chums. There's good old Charlie's. Good time, Charlie. But oh, we got a pretty girl. You don't know if to be horrified. Oh my gosh, Johnny Cash! Look at him doing all those bad things. Okay, hey, why didn't anyone invite me to this party? Holy mackerel! And back home, his mama and his daddy are worried about him there, Johnny Cash, and he ignored church. There he is in the military, and the guys are going to church, but he's too busy with this kind of activity right here. See, look at him having a blast. No, well, we shouldn't say that, should we? But I remember reading this when I was 12 or 13, and that was kind of my impression. Man, Johnny Cash was having a good time. It looked kind of fun. I tried to ignore God. Look at us fishing there, drinking and fishing. Oh boy, half drunk. Yeah, and I don't think they would have this. It kind of gives a sympathetic view in a way. I mean, we should always have sympathy, but it kind of almost makes it look kind of glamorous. Here's this great guy that's going through all this and also having all these great times you kind of have. He returned to the United States from the military, received an honorable discharge. Now, this was interesting. He married Vivian Liberto. Now, her name only comes up right here, and then she kind of falls off the face of the earth. And then we get to June Carter Cash, and there's all kinds of stuff, of course, about June Carter Cash. And his first wife, I don't think they do that today either. His first wife is just kind of mentioned. So he's got back from the service. He was working, but he got some recording stuff. You got a recording counter. So right away he had a couple odd jobs when he got back from the military. But oh look, he's on the rise here. Public appearances came fast for old Johnny Cash. Oh my gosh, Johnny, look at he's living a naughty. He's going the sinful way again. Look, he's got those. Oh my sakes, what is he looking at over there? Look at him. Shoot, Johnny. Don't do it, Johnny. All the one night stands took me all over the country. I really should, but he was feeling empty inside. He should be in church. Shall we stop? No, we've got another concert to keep driving. Oh man, he turned down an invitation to go to church right there. It's probably Sunday morning and everything. Can you imagine what his mother would say? But meanwhile, his career is going great. Look, my dates keep getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Man, that Johnny, I remember reading this. I was like, man, that Johnny Cash is cool as heck. I mean, he's just awesome. Look at this. Oh no, he's gonna start doing these. Uh-oh. Starts with the B. I think it's here I sit with a broken heart. I took two bennies and my semi truck won't start. You know that song by Commander Cody? That pill really pill. Oh no, he's going down another wrong road. It's bad enough he was drinking the devil's beer. Now look at him doing the devil's little pills there. Oh my sakes, bennies. Well, they definitely wouldn't show that today. Look, does that kind of glamorize it? I mean, it says all the right things. He was hooked. He was, but there it talks about his first marriage being over. Look at all the jams he's getting. Oh, the Lord saved him from a car accident. Oh, my sakes. Oh, and meanwhile, his beloved mother and his family members were just praying to the Lord up above. Oh, my goodness gracious. His friends never gave up on him. Good old Johnny Cash. Look, he's living the devil's lifestyle here, but it's... Oh, my goodness. And now he meets June Carter Cash. All right. So we get a little June Carter. Yeah. I'll tell you what. She ought to make Johnny calm down. Look at she was a keeper. A walk will do you good, Johnny. Let's go in and pray. Johnny Cash, you gonna go into church with June now? Oh look, he's praying with June to getting his life right with the Lord. Oh my sakes. Look what Paul wrote in the book of Romans. I want to do right, but something inside me makes me do wrong. Like my mother, June committed me to God. Oh my, I wonder if he'll stick with June now or will he go on the wrong road again? Let's see what he's going to do. June helped me in other ways too. She threw out his stuff, huh? Oh my goodness. He's probably kind of hacked at her. Look at June. You know something, these comics back then, they didn't like, it wasn't like, oh, we don't want to be a bad body image for, girls or something. I mean, all the women were like great looking and the men. Look at Johnny Cash, got a big old barrel chest. June's definitely wholesome, but definitely looks like a beautiful woman there. Kind of like a wholesome bombshell is what she was. Wholesome Bible quoting bombshell. And a great singer. Oh, he's going down the wrong road again. Oh my goodness. Johnny, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's gonna get in trouble. Oh my sakes. He's gotta go to see the judge in court. Now look at he's got that athletic back. Doesn't he look kind of badass in there? I mean, when you're a kid and you read that, you're like, look, oh, and he's going in there. He's gonna be he's in the drunk tank. And look, he's gonna kick this guy's butt or try. He's in the drunk tank, but now what is he gonna do? I walk the line, and they say, "Oh, hey," the drunks in the drunk tank say, "Hey, you just sound just like Johnny Cash." I am Johnny Cash. Now oh my goodness, he's gonna sing the drunks in the county jail a couple gospel songs. Jesus loves me. Look, the big tough old drunk, he's starting to cry because Johnny Cash is singing reminds him of his own mama. You know what Al Capone's mother said about him? Al Capone's mother said, Al was always such a good boy. That's hilarious. Al Capone's mother. Al was always such a good boy. Look, he went to sleep like a baby thanks to Johnny Cash's beautiful version of Jesus Loves Me. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine being a kid reading this? Okay, now even the police, they're not too strict. Little southern judge here says, "Oh my, we listen to all your music, especially your gospel music, Johnny. We love your hymns." Oh my goodness. But he gives him a little scolding, a little religious admonition from was that the judge or the sheriff? One of the two. Police chief, you're going to go to jail or you're going to save your life or you're going to die. He wants to do more. Okay, this is the big moment. More pressure, so he's still doing the bad things. Now here, he goes in a cave outside Chattanooga. Nickajack Cave. Maybe some of you, I didn't know this story. And he went in there all by himself, and he went in there for like a mile. I guess this is a true story. And it was dark in there, and he got lost. But he started to see June Carter and his mother. Oh, my goodness. He sees his mother right there. And oh, Mama, I'm so sorry I've been a bad boy. And I'm going to come to see you, Mama. And we're going to go to church together. Every single Sunday, Mama. Just let me get out of this cave, please. He's going and going. Oh, look, there he made it. Out of the cave. And look at that. Look at that athletic build. Look at Johnny Cash. I mean, you can't, when you're a kid, you're like, man, that Johnny Cash is cool as hell. I'm actually don't know what I think about this approach. I remember it was kind of fun to read. I'll tell you this. I read a lot of, I read the comic. It's pretty good. Maybe there's a lesson there somewhere. Oh, she threw out. Oh my goodness, June threw. Look at his athletic build. June threw out his. Oh my goodness, she threw out his bad stuff. Oh my goodness. He's got to be a bro. Now he's getting it right with the Lord and with June Carter Cash. And I'm sure his mama's right in there too. Johnny was like Elvis. He loved his mother. 4 weeks he's healed. 4 weeks he's all better. And he wants to preach. He's going to church. Oh my sakes, Johnny Cash, getting right. Your first day without him in a long time. Oh my. I'll just look at Johnny Cash. Oh. And there he is, asking the Lord's forgiveness for being so inappropriate all those years. We got him married June Carter Cash in 1968, and God made us one. See, they don't even mention that. Otherwise, it did say he divorced her. She's not mentioned much. June Carter. Well, it was a second marriage. I guess you could say, and this was kind of Southern too. I think there was a lot more second marriages and stuff like that in the South back then than maybe where I was raised. And it was kind of welcome. They did, it was like, well, this was the one. June Carter Cash. Number 2 was actually number 1. That was the one that's. Oh, he's gonna play in Nevada where there's gambling. Oh my goodness. Johnny Cash is in Las Vegas singing about the Lord. Oh my sakes. Bringing out like Jesus did, eating with the sinners. Oh my goodness. He went to the Holy Land. That's a mountain. They don't mention the mountain. Could be Mount Pisgah, Mount Olives. He wants to make a movie. Johnny Cash, The Gospel Road. I actually remember that movie. They showed it in churches. You might be able to tell I was raised in I wouldn't call it fundamentalist, but it was definitely an evangelical home. So I'm not making fun of this, like some of these snarky channels where they sit and make fun of this. We're just enjoying it together. Look at Johnny, what a handsome guy there, huh? Now he's got it right and he's singing with the right reason. Oh, and he's a good father to little John Carter Cash. I wonder what he's doing these days. There's June Carter Cash. Look at June Carter. I'm telling you, they don't have any. They don't have anybody going. Oh, don't make it too unattainable, or we don't want to make it too unrealistic. Look at that. That's like 2 great-looking people. That's like the head cheerleader and the captain of the football team. There's the guy that did it, Al Hartley. And you know what? I remember a lot of these because my mom bought us all kinds of stuff to read. If we read it, she bought it. So we just had all kinds of junk to read. And this was great. Like I said, I'm not making fun of this in any way. I read it and I enjoyed it. And I read a ton when I was a kid. And I read all kinds of crap. And it wasn't all like homework type stuff. I remember a lot of these books. The Hiding Place, Corrie ten Boom, The Cross and the Switchblade, David Wilkerson. We used to have Adam and Eve. In the Presence of My Enemies, I think, was it? I'm not sure about that one. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. We had Archie Sunshine. Time to Run, that was Nicky Cruz's story. That was kind of related to The Cross and the Switchblade. There's a New World Coming. I think that was based on Hal Lindsey's book, Late Great Planet Earth. Through Gates of Splendor, that was the story of the missionaries who were killed in Ecuador in the 50s. They were from Wheaton, Illinois. I remember when I lived in Wheaton, people still talked about that a lot. God's Smuggler, I remember that. Yeah. But definitely, I enjoyed that. I don't think they'd make it today in the same way. And maybe that says something about the 70s. But you know what? I also don't think, in a weird way, I don't think the music is as good today. Because this whole kind of package of Johnny Cash was all of this great music. And it was kind of from that freewheeling culture, I actually think I don't know. I'm not trying to get too philosophical. Thanks. God bless. My name is Johnny Cash.